All right. What's up? What's good? What's going on? Welcome back to the War Zone once again. So, people, as we all know, Terrence Crawford has a lawsuit against Bob Arum in Top Rank. So let's talk about that and a few other things that have developed since. I just want to tie some things in on this, man. But first and foremost, shout out to Terrence Crawford for standing up. You know, it's sad how since Terrence Crawford is coming forward with this lawsuit where he is suing Bob Arum in Top Rank for racial bias, which is no secret. You know, those boxing fans, those educated boxing fans all know that this has been going on for a long time now. And Bob Arum is on tape and on the record making a lot of disparaging racial remarks. Listen, people, first and foremost, man, if you're listening to this and you think that racial bias doesn't exist in boxing, this is not the video for you. Please keep it moving. But for all of the people, man, who are woke boxing fans who really know what's going on, new media in general, this is real, man. And you're going to probably hear me say this several times doing this. Shout out to Terrence Crawford for stepping up to the plate, man. We know there's no secret that Bob Arum's been sued in the past, but he's been sued for other reasons. You know, this is specifically a racial bias lawsuit. Now, the way I look at this is a win-win situation for boxing, period. You know, and it lets me know that this lawsuit has put a lot of pressure on Bob Arum. And I knew this move by Terrence Crawford would shake a few things up. For instance, if you guys can remember Shakur Stevenson mentioning that they were protecting Oscar Valdez by keeping the fight from happening. Now all of a sudden, we have a fight date for possibly April. Also, if you're following boxing, you could kind of see how George Kambosos was trying to skip around Devin Haney. And now all of a sudden, they're in talks for a fight possibly in May. See, what's happening is that all these other promoters, man, they're trying to stay under the radar, man, and make these fights happen with these black fighters, because you know the no black fighter process has been in effect for so long, man. It's a real thing, people. Individuals that come out and they've talked about this, so these are true facts.
Do Top Rank have like columns of fighters, and they say, we don't want this guy fighting the black fighter, we don't want this fighter fighting the Mexican fighter, and so on and so forth?
You're gonna get into the racial stuff, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm asking.
That's a theory there by the greatest matchmaker, probably, in my opinion, ever.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to mention his name either, but you know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
And he used to have a thing up on his board, N.B.F, no black fighters.
Uh-huh.
And when I was taught to bring up a fighter, you know, and again, it's just, he used to say to me, you can go anywhere in the country. And I'm going to leave it at this. I don't want to go into a long discussion, because people are people in God's eyes, and we're all the same. he used to say to me, you can go anywhere into a city in America or anywhere in the world and ask a white guy, and he didn't say anything about Hispanic, anything. Ask a white guy to throw a jab, and half of them are going to turn backwards and throw it like a girl and everything. Ask any black man on a street corner in any city in the world, and they will snap out a jab in a heartbeat. And I used to laugh. He said they're just more physically gifted.
And, you know, another case, you know, much like they were trying to call George Kambosos undisputed, you know, when obviously we know that Devin Haney holds the real WBC lightweight championship. This was to give an excuse for George Kambosos to look over a black fighter. Now all of a sudden they're trying to make these fights happening. Let me just say this, man. To all those haters out there, man, even if you're not a Terrence Crawford fan, man, you know, you something must be seriously wrong with you if you're not in support of this young man trying to stand up for black men and women in the sport of boxing, in sports, period. Because this doesn't just go on here in boxing, man. This goes on in the NFL, the NBA, you name it. So, you know, I think this is great because it's going to set a precedent. And that's why I say it's a win-win situation, because regardless of Terrence Crawford wins or loses, this case will be documented. Therefore, if any other cases in the future may arise, you know, the system is going to see a pattern here. And at some point, they're going to deem this a reality. If they don't, in Terrence Crawford case. But I really think he has a strong case here. There's a lot of evidence floating around on a lot of these channels. Shout out to all the channels who are exposing this situation, man, and bringing it to light and bringing up key points of, especially of footage of Bob Arum making certain statements and different boxing analysts speaking on the system of boxing and how it's broken and it needs to be fixed. I'm excited, man. Listen, I'm excited, and I truly believe that this is something that needed to be done. And once again, stand up, Terrence Crawford, man. You got my support here at the War Zone, man, and I'm gonna keep pushing this content, man. We're gonna keep pushing until we keep exposing. As I come up with more information, man, I'm going to be putting that out there as well, man. But that's all I really got for you, man. I just want to talk real quick on this, man, and show my support for Terrence Crawford and the movement. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for notifications. Peace and blessings to all. And I'm out.